So happy Christmas, and I really hope that you're having a good one, in spite of the fact that we are in this lockdown purgatory. Boris Johnson doesn't want to make a decision about whether or not there's going to be a lockdown, because he knows as soon as he makes a decision, he'll be criticised for that decision. But also because he knows that the longer he prevaricates and holds off on making that decision, it leads to this infighting in society between those people who rightly identify that hospital admissions are going up, death rates are going up, infections are going through the roof, and feel that we need to do something to stop the virus from spreading further, and those who feel that the suffering caused by the first 3 lockdowns was a lot and are not ready physically, emotionally, practically, financially to survive another one. And they've got a great point as well. And what Boris Johnson and the media and a lot in our society are not facing up to is the fact that lockdowns are not the only option that we have when it comes to preventing spread of the virus. In fact, one of the problems is that the lockdowns we've had so far have had a purpose to them. You know, the first one was to stop the NHS getting overwhelmed, and yet we haven't since then built any additional capacity into our health service. And in fact, the thanks that NHS staff have had for the hard work they put in during the first lockdown mean that it is no surprise that many of them are not entirely sure if they want to keep working through a 4th lockdown. The second lockdown, we were going to build a track and trace system, we were going to build this, we were going to have this amazing testing system. Wasn't done, was it? Didn't happen. We haven't changed our setup in such a way that we can now not worry about it anymore. The third lockdown, that was all we got the jabs out, we got the vaccination, but we didn't actually get to everyone, and we didn't actually deal with the issues in our society that are stopping people from getting vaccinated, and we didn't actually sort it out. So this 4th proposed lockdown, I don't even know what Boris Johnson thinks he's going to do during it. What is the work that he's going to put in so that when it finishes, the problem has gone away and the problem doesn't come back? There isn't even a suggestion of that. But there are loads and loads of other things that we can and should be doing to prevent the spread of COVID. We should be providing funding to schools, to workplaces, so that they can have better ventilated, better spaced out, better protected, better sanitised workplaces. We should be increasing statutory sick pay so that people can actually afford to stay home on it, and we should be making sure that it's also provided to freelancers. I've lost about £3,000 worth of work this month because events have been cancelled, and I have not tested positive for COVID, but others have, or they've been nervous about doing so, nervous about missing out on Christmas with their family, and so events have been cancelled and I've lost out on that, and I get no support from the government through that. And performers that I know, every time they take a lateral flow test, they're terrified of the result. They're terrified to look at what comes out of it because of the amount of income and work that they're going to lose if it comes back positive. We shouldn't have our society in a situation where people are compromising putting food on the table for their family against protecting others in society by staying home. We should have a system in place, and this is not coming at us as a surprise. Boris Johnson and co have had 18 months to sort this out. At the start of the pandemic, they were like, oh no, we are woefully underprepared for a pandemic. There's no excuse for that anymore. We're on our 4th, 5th, 6th wave of the pandemic. We should by now have changed the structure of our society in such a way that we can deal with it, and we can deal with it without having to constantly have lockdowns. Instead of which, what are Boris Johnson and his cronies talking about? Increasing the pension age. Great, so already you've had this miserable time and you've suffered and suffered because that's the only way to deal with it. Well, they haven't done anything to help apart from have cheese and wine parties. And now they want to take yet more away from us. I'll be doing an extended news at Kate about this pension business sometime in the new year. And I hope that we're out of this purgatory soon and that we find a way of dealing with this situation that doesn't make everybody's lives a misery all over again, when there is no need for that to be the only solution that we look into. If you're looking to get me a Christmas present, please consider sponsoring my videos. There's a real shortage of voices like mine in the media for reasons that I could go into at great length, but I think we all know. And I really appreciate that, and I hope that you enjoy your turkey or your vegan and vegetarian alternatives, and I will see you very soon for some more of this. Happy Christmas.